Don't drink the water. No, actually, seriously, don't drink the water. Don't go swimming in the rivers. Don't go swimming in the lakes. Don't go swimming in the sea. And definitely don't drink your tap water. Because time you actually know there's a problem, it'll be too late. And you could actually end up in hospital. That's where we're heading in the UK. It really is. This is unbelievable. And apparently it's a benefit of the Brexit, sir. Anyway, before I get into it, please beep the old like button. Helps the channel, you know. Well, unfortunately, the UK is going to be diverging from monitoring. There's a monitoring of the state of the rivers and the seas and the quality of your water. So England diverged from EU water monitoring standards. It says here. Article in The Guardian. I'll leave a link in the description down below. So the UK government is to diverge from EU standards for monitoring water quality in England. The campaigners, they fear they do for the change of approach that could lead to more pollution. Can we actually even have any more pollution? You're already swimming in shit. There you are, having a sandpiper, doing the old breaststroke. You realise you just gurgled on a turd. What the hell? People voted for this. There was a referendum, apparently, back in 2016. And we had all freedoms, you see, because of Brexit. The freedom to poison ourselves. Oh my giddy aunt, whatever next. So while we were in the EU, England was covered under the Water Framework Directive, which meant a national chemical and ecological survey of rivers was conducted every single year. And do you know what? The last time it was conducted was back in 2019. And only 14% were deemed, well, healthy. 14%! Oh, crikey. This is getting beyond a joke. My kids drink that water in the UK. You drink that water in the UK. What? I think we need to take Penny Mordaunt's advice. We need to stand up and fight. Because apparently the person next door will stand up and fight as well, but let's not get into that one. What a moron. In fact, I'd love to see Penny Mordaunt do the old belly flop moment when she's in Splash. But then, yeah, that's another story. So recent analysis found that many toxic chemicals and pesticides banned in the EU since Brexit are not allowed for use, not outlawed for use in the UK. So a lot of the chemicals and stuff that we are not allowed to use here in France, for instance, that's where I am, is banned. But you in the UK, yeah, you can consume as many nicotinoids or nicotinoids, however you pronounce it, toxic poisons and, you know, bad stuff. Are you happy about that? Really? Is that what your Brexit vote meant? Brexiters, that is. Is that what you wanted? The freedoms to get poisoned? This is just madness. Absolute flipping madness. Yeah, 2019 was the last time a full water assessment took place, and just 14% of the rivers were even any kind of good ecological health, and none met the standards for good chemical health. None. Well, that's the farmers, you see. They can put any old shit on the fields now. All water runoff ends up in the water source. Ends up out your tap. They can't even get the chemicals they need to process the water in the water processing plants. You know, they prioritise things in England. OK, might not be quite so bad in Scotland. No. But in England, it's flippin' dire. I think Wales is actually not privatised either, is it? It's nationalised in Wales, I think. Is it just England? Pretty stupid, aren't we? That's English. I think it must be. Who in the earth would think that's a good idea? To privatise the stuff that you drink? Put it in the hands of, corporations and capitalism. It makes no logical sense whatsoever. Just like housing. Oh, dear me. Well, activists say this may make it harder to compare the state of the country's rivers against those in the EU, which leave the public in the dark over pollution, like sewage and agriculture. In fact, there are some individuals that take it upon themselves to actually build their own little monitoring devices that float in the rivers to monitor the state of the toxins in the rivers. Good on them, I say. We need more people like that. Now, Surfers Against Sewage, which is an organisation who are surfers, and obviously they don't like surfers because they don't like surfing in shit. They don't like getting E. coli. And can you blame them? No. Well, they monitor all the CSO outputs around the coastline. Unfortunately for them, half the flipping CSO outlet monitors have been turned off by the privatised water companies. Makes it very difficult for these, Surfers Against Sewage to make this stuff public. In fact, many of the actual points around the country that they, monitor, they've got no data. So a source from a non-government organisation, present in a meeting, when asked how this would affect the assessments, there's a meeting with the government that is, assessments against the target set out in the government's environment improvement plan. That's a joke. Officials commented that this data would no longer be used for this purpose. In fact, the government said we're going to be using our own method of judging the state of the rivers and seas. And why is that? Well, it's pretty darn obvious. Because they're getting so much criticism at the moment. Virgil Sharkey keeps knocking on their door, calling them out, as does many others. And they want to manipulate the data. It's flippin' obvious. Anyway, you tell me. Please leave it in the comments down below. I find this absolutely disgusting, and so is your water. Anyway, if you want to support the channel, you can do it on Patreon or buy us a coffee, and the links are down below. And it is very much appreciated that it is, because I could not do the channel without your support. I'd have to, do something else, I suppose. So, we've also got other channels. I've got a woodworking channel as well. As you can probably tell, I'm a woodworker. And fortunately, it's actually doing quite well at the moment. It's grown, since I've re-uploaded, it's doing really, really well. In fact, I just had the videos just hit around 330,000 views, which obviously I'm very, very happy about. And that's just in 8 days. So, wow. So we've got other channels. Wally Bois, that is, the link's down below in the description if you do want to check it out. But we've got other channels as well, because we're doing rewilding here in France. Obviously, I'm a bit of an environmentalist, so we're planting trees here. But also you can be a part of that. There's a GoFundMe link down below where you can basically buy a tree, and I'll plant a tree on your behalf, but also I'll make a sign to go with your tree. A bit like these signs here, I might not have said, that sort of thing, to go with the tree. And so there's that as well. But also, for my Wally dog, hence Wally Bois, the woodworking channel, we'll start the channel for him as well now. So basically any little videos, dog-type related videos are going on there. It's just a bit of fun, And what other channels we got? So we've got a rewilding channel, got the Wally dog channel, and now I've lost my mind. Literally lost my mind. Oh yeah, we've got Lost in France channel. Oh, anyway, there's lots of channels. Check out the channel page on this channel. So anyway, I hope you have a lovely day, and don't drink the water. Toodaloo.